Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Sean Brown from Mr. B Games. We're looking at Spurs, a prototype of Spurs by designer Ole Steinus, which Mr. B Games plans to release in 2014, and that's kind of the plan of what's going on here. And we're here at BGG.CON 2013, and here to take an advanced look at the game with the unfinished, in progress.
In progress prototype.
That's right. That's right. So, hoping you could give us an overview of the game. We got a Western name, a Western theme. We got guys in cowboy hats. We got stuff that we expect to see in a Western game.
Absolutely.
So, what is going on here? So make me a believer in this.
In Spurs, the basic idea of a turn is everybody has a character card, which gives you all kinds of specs and stats. And on that character card, it's going to give you a horse icon, which will show you how many areas you can move to, as well as different bullets. And that'll be how well you'll do things in combat. So the first thing you're going to do is take 2 dice and roll. And in this case, I can move up to 3 spaces because I rolled 3 horses. Okay. So maybe I move myself over here towards this token here, and this is a wanted outlaw. And I would engage myself in combat. So this particular character requires 2 gray bullets from my revolver for me to take him out. So
so how do we show off here? Each character has some bullets on the bottom which represent the contents of your bag.
Right.
And what do they mean?
Inside this bag, I have 2 gray bullets, which are hits for my revolver, and I have 3 brown bullets, which are hits from my rifle, and then I have 2 black bullets, which are misses. And early on in the game, I'm basically not as effective as I could be. You can upgrade the game, you can take bullets out, you can add more bullets in, increase your odds. So for me going after this outlaw, I've got a pretty poor chance that I'm gonna pull both of my gray bullets, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I throw all these bullets in the bag, in the jungle, and you always pull 3 bullets. And at the time you pull, you can try to use one of your spurs, which is kind of like a good luck item, and you can then increase your pull. So I'm gonna try to pull 4. I'm looking for 2 grays, and I did not get 2 grays, so I failed the challenge. And because this token shows me, I take a red bullet, which is a wound, and I have to put it in my bag. Next time if I pull a red, that's just considered like a miss.
Right.
And the more wounds you take, the worse your odds are until you go to the doctor and get your red bullets removed.
I like that. You're actually reaching for your rifle and you're just like, I clutched my bloody side. That's all I got out of here. All right.
So I made my roll, I made my move, I attempted a challenge and I failed. I'm at the end of my turn. I pass the dice to my next character. So turns are very quick, but there's lots of things that you can do on your turn. So it's always a 1 roll and then some action, which could be taking on one of these challenges. It could be going to town to try to buy equipment like a Gatling gun, or some training to be better with your rifle. And or you could go to town, visit the doctor.
Okay. But to do that, you need money for all of these. And to get money, you need to complete some of these actions. I guess you start with some amount of funds.
Absolutely. So the first player gets no money. The player clockwise gets $5, and the player next to them gets 10.
Okay.
So increased by 5 is the catch-up mechanic for going last.
Okay. What are some of the other actions we can do? Some of the other events that are possible?
Over here, this would be an action that was a hunting action. So you go into the forest and you try to hunt an elk. You try to draw from your bag, try to get 2 hits. If you were successful, then you could take this animal, keep it with you next to your character, and the next time you go to a town, you could go to the pelt trader and sell it for $25.
Okay.
Then you have other challenges like this one, which is a wild horse. And if you go to do that, what you do is you take your character over here to the custom riding map. And depending on what your riding skill is, you take a couple of these dice. And what you're going to try to do is, this token tells you that you're going to spend 3 turns trying to break this bronco. And you're trying to keep it in the riding field. You're going to randomly grab 3 pieces of terrain and you're going to put them on the X's. And in this case, I've pulled 2 boulders, which obviously I don't want to ride into because my turn will end. And I have some thorny brush. And if I go through there, I'll give myself a damage. I'll have to put a red bullet in my bag. So on my first coming out roll, I have the option of backing up on my horse into a boulder or moving up here into a thorny bush.
Wow.
And I'll take the thorny bush, and I'll have to take a wound to myself. For my second roll, I have the option of moving here, or I have the option of moving back to my start point. I'm gonna go over here, and I gotta go one more turn to break this wild horse. And I could go back up into those thorny bushes, or straight ahead, opt for straight ahead. I successfully broke my horse, and now I can add an extra die whenever I'm traveling at the beginning of my turn.
We also have some other animals to hunt. Each one also has some victory points on it, which are actually what we're trying to collect to win. But
the ultimate goal is to gather the most victory points every time you achieve a challenge. Sometimes you get the points immediately. Sometimes you have to go to town, like if it's an outlaw, and you have to actually go to the sheriff's office to collect the bounty. That's when you get your points and your money.
Okay. So you have a deck of event cards over here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
how do they come in?
So every time you complete a challenge, you remove the token from the board, and you draw a new event card. And the event will be a global event. It will happen everywhere. And it'll also tell you what the next token to come out will be. So in this case, you get to draw a tan token, and the player drawing it gets to pick any tan location to drop that new token and flip it. There'll be a new challenge for everyone. And then the immediate effect is that there was a rattlesnake that we had to put out on the board, and somebody immediately has to deal with that rattlesnake.
Okay.
And you get to choose whether you want to use your rifle or your pistol to try to take out that rattlesnake. And there's certain things. This one is a shortage of horses. That one happens in a certain town, and basically the town's willing to pay a premium on horses. So if you want to sell that horse you just broke, you could take it to town and get a little bit of extra money.
And then second Brokeback came today. That's good.
Brokeback theme? Nice.
Oh, not really. I'm just carrying on from earlier demos that people watching this might not have seen. In any case, each of us, we have a character. Now we got some individual stats on how we set up our bags. Right. What else do we have for abilities? How do we differ?
Our bullets are all different. Our riding skills can vary, and then we all have like one special skill that makes us unique. So my character was a hunter, and my ability is every time I sell an animal pelt to the pelt trader, I get to collect an extra $5 above whatever it's.
You do a better job skinning than us.
I'm better skinning than other people, absolutely.
Okay. We got wanted signs over here. How do they come into play?
So wanted posters happen anytime a character wants to attack another character in the game. We have a gun duel, and if that person that attacks the other is not wanted, then they'll get a wanted poster for attacking
an innocent person.
Right, an innocent bystander. And that's the kind of the catch-up mechanic is I can keep attacking Eric if he's a weaker character, and I can keep stealing from him, but I keep racking up wanted posters, which makes me a target, so everybody will want to come and collect the bounty on me.
Okay. How do we actually fight each other? How do we do this?
So my favorite part of the game. So I have my bullet bag. Eric has his bullet bag. And we would have a real-time duel. Before we duel, we say which weapon we're going to shoot with. In my case, I'm going to use a rifle.
Can you use my pistol?
Eric's looking for a pistol. And we're going to do a countdown, a 1, 2, 3. We're going to reach in our bag, and we're looking for 2 hits with our weapon. The first guy to do that is going to slap the table.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I shot the sheriff.
Just before me. I am the lawman. You jerk.
Shot you. So
that's right.
Eric would have to take a wounded red bullet and put it in his bag, and I would get to steal one item from Eric, like his gold, and then I would get a wanted poster for shooting an innocent man. But what do I care? I'm rich, sucker. Bam.
All right. All right. And the game continues until we got some victory point total.
Until we hit whatever. If we want to play a short, medium, or long game, we choose what level, and that's the way we go.
All right. And anything beyond? Is this 3 to 5 players? What's the setup?
Yeah, this will be 3 to 5 players.
Okay.
And it plays with rules explanation and everything. This game plays in just about an hour.
Okay. Because each turn, I guess you just pull, draw, you move quickly.
Right. Turns are very limited. You only have one action, so quick turns, fast hot seats. Not a lot of analysis going on in this one.
All right.
The only other thing we didn't cover is when you're in the town, there are times where you can go to the saloon, and that's like a random event. Could be something good, could be something bad. And the only other deck we have are the Desperados, and those are guys that come out sometimes in the Badlands, and you just draw a card randomly to see what kind of bad guy happened to show up that day.
Okay. Who's wandering around in there? All right, well, thanks very much for the overview, Sean. Good luck.